Hello friends, I'm Chi. Hope you're doing well today. Before you think of buying any airline ticket, you need to do your researches, your investigation very well to know if, especially when you cannot speak English or write, you better ask if they tolerate people that cannot read or write or operate their phones very well so that you will not enter the situation of comfort. That lady that was dealt with, guy, and especially if your old parents cannot read or write, check the airline well before buying ticket for them to avoid embarrassment. So guys, watch this video, please like, share, subscribe. Okay, I'll be back to tell you my last thought, and you too, tell me what you think in the comment section. All right, let's go.
It's your statement, and I wish I could get to part of that statement maybe later. But you gave your own account of exactly what played out. If I summarize that statement, you were basically saying this lady was triggered. At no point did she refuse. But I'm not going to speak for you. You were on that flight. So tell us, where were you seated, your seat number, where was she seated, and what exactly happened that things escalated to the point? Because what you're going to tell us now is what none of us is... So none of us is privy to what you're about to tell us now. We've only had a statement from the Ibom Air, and now a lawyer who was not in that plane but briefed by Comfort has spoken. But you are an eyewitness. So, Barrister, tell us what played out.
Okay, thank you. Yes, I'm a lawyer, but I'm appearing this morning, and I'd like to just stick to that. Now, I was sitting to her immediate left. So I was on the aisle seat to the left. She was on the aisle seat to the right. So my seat number was 14B. There was a gentleman to my left who was on 14A. So her own seat number should be either 14C or D. I think the window seat is 14D, while she was 14C on the aisle. So we're right next to each other, and it was a small plane. So I think the distance between us was no more than 2 feet. Yeah, so I heard everything. I saw all that transpired. And yes, she was triggered. Even though the lady, the air hostess, the second air hostess who was speaking to her, was directing all her instructions to her, just me sitting down there, I actually felt humiliated myself, just looking at the way the lady was being spoken to. To be fair, Ibom Air instructed very clearly. The first air hostess that came instructed very clearly, no airplane mode, switch off your phone. After takeoff, then you can put on and put flight mode. So it was very clear. The first air hostess addressed us on the emergency exit road protocols. After she did that, she spoke to Miss Emmanson and said, please switch off your phone. She told her twice, and then this first air hostess left to continue her duties. The second air hostess, who is the one blocking exactly who is being shown now, that second air hostess now came towards us in the emergency exit and stood, even from her posture, see that she came for trouble. And Miss Emmanson had been fiddling with her phone. I noticed she was trying to do some stuff, I don't know. And so she told her again, switch off your phone, switch off your phone. And Miss Emmanson said clearly to her, I heard it. She said, please, the buttons on my phone for switch off are not working. They are not working, so I don't know how to switch it off. And the woman said, no, switch off your phone. So that back and forth went on. So at a point, that's the second air hostess said, look, you're even using an iPhone. So you don't need a button to switch it off. So the lady said, okay, I don't know how to do it. Can you do it for me? And she said, I'm not touching your phone. I'm not touching your phone. Just switch it off. She said, I don't know what to do. So the lady now said, okay, go to settings. And when you go to settings, go to general. So the girl was holding and said, see, please, I can't understand what you're saying. I can't read. I don't know what you're saying. You're saying where I should go to. The woman, the second air hostess now told her, I don't have time for your nonsense. Please just switch it off. She said, okay. Mr. Martin now asked, can you spell the general? So the air hostess started actually saying G, okay, G, then E. So that was the point that the gentleman on my left and I said, come on, what's going on? Calm, don't speak to her like this. Let's, The second air hostess did not even acknowledge her. She didn't even look to my side to even see that someone was speaking. So at that point, I asked the gentleman to arrive. I said, please, can you just help this lady? You know, I don't use an iPhone. I've never used an iPhone, so I'm not too familiar with settings and all of that. So the gentleman to arrive now took the phone and started trying to sort it out. So when that was going on, Miss Emmanson started talking to the second air hostess and said, why are you embarrassing her like this? Why? I mean, why? And then the air hostess told her, you better keep quiet now. If you say another word, I will deal with you. I was actually saying, because the language was very flowery and X-rated, I can't say. So that was when this second air hostess said, okay, you proceed. And then she left and went towards the front of the airplane. She never came back. At least I don't recollect her coming back through the aisle throughout the flight. So that is exactly what transpired. So after that happened, the gentleman to the right switched off the phone or whatever it was he did. And a couple of passengers tried to say, switch off your phone, don't risk our lives, blah, blah, blah. And then we told them, no, that's not what happened. She never said she wasn't going to switch off her phone. She was trying to switch off her phone. She said she had issues switching it off. And so the passengers calmed down and we took off. So that is what happened. But it was clear, at least to us on the emergency exit row, it was clear that there was a problem here. She needed to be handled very well. Because this lady kept simmering throughout the flight. She was cursing. I could hear her because I was right next to her. She was really upset. She felt as if these people are just against me. And why? She said she bought this ticket with her own money. So why should they treat her like this? That's what she was saying, and that's what I'm hearing. And I can't tell you what the other thing she was saying because they were really nasty. But she wasn't directing to anyone, but she was just talking. So it was clear that she was angry. And the second air hostess, the aggressor, kept checking, kept peeping to see how things are going at our end throughout the flight. I noticed it. So the passenger by my side, as we're approaching landing, we're like, God help us, so let's get out of this plane before anything happened. And we were saying it in jest, but we also knew that something was off. We're so worried that I discussed with him. I said, okay, when they were telling us to stow away and put everything ready for landing, the lady didn't even hear any of that. I told her, I said, we're landing, switch off your phone, put it away. Then the second air hostess, the first air hostess, the very polite and amiable and professional one came, helped her to stow away, helped her take her purse, put it in the cabin on top, and was very professional. So all of that happened, and then the plane landed. Once the plane landed, the first air hostess, the professional one, came to the front and started disembarking by room. Just before it came to our turn, Ms. Emmanson left and went back. And I presume she went to the toilet. I used the toilet myself, right? And I noticed that the only apartment at the back is the toilet. There isn't even an apartment, cabin crew and all of that like regular plane. This one is just the toilet. That's the only. So that's why I presume she went to the toilet. So when it got to our turn to disembark, those of us on our road disembarked and we went out and totally forgot about the hooks part until the videos and all came. So that's what happened. This is what I heard. This is what I know happened. Issue of airplane mode. That didn't come up, at least I didn't.
So, Mr. Ogebe, first of all, if I heard you correctly, you said Ms. Emmanson said she couldn't read. She was even asking that general be spelt.
Oh, yes. That is what happened. So whether she meant that she couldn't see properly or she couldn't read as in wasn't literate, I don't know. But that's what she said. And the second L started spelling. Okay, G, okay, E. That's what happened.
Okay, but because in subsequent interactions, she didn't sound like somebody who wasn't educated. So I just wanted to put that out, for a clarity, if we can get clarity from that. But talk to us about, you're a lawyer. I don't know if aviation law is your specialty, but talk to us about the appropriateness of the handling of the situation, how it could have been done properly without it resulting in the altercation between Ms. Emmanson and the Ibom Air staff. How should they have handled it if they were going to read her the implications of what had happened and how it could have been better managed, so to speak? Because other aspects to this conversation are to the effect that even in international flights, once phones are either switched off or put on flight mode during...
Good morning.
All right, guys, so you've heard everything for yourself, but I was surprised when the lady said in an interview she was sounding like she was not sounding like somebody that cannot read or write, you know. But let me tell you, you can speak English very well does not mean that you can read and write. Even your own very language, you can tell that most people are not perfect in their own language. Some don't even know how to speak it. Some don't even know how to read or write it. So that's life. Even the English people, the Igbo people, not even all of them, even the so-called people that speak English, they cannot equally read and write perfectly. Not all of them. Okay? So this is it. No one is perfect. Even in your own very language, you are not perfect. Okay? So let us stop assuming that everybody can speak. If you can speak English very well, then you can read and write. Okay? All right. So the thing is this. That girl, the air hostess girl, now wow, she has power. Power. That's one thing with Nigerians. When they find themselves in a position of power, authority, they start dealing with people under them, you know. So, well, I believe that the airline should do the needful. Take her out of that position. Fix her somewhere else where she'll be selling tickets or supervisor job, because the way she's handling customers is not good. Most people say that this girl is notoriously known for that. Talking to customers anyhow, giving them orders in a harsh way. That's not how to behave. The other one was professional, like you heard the man said. You know, I don't know whether her father owns it or the airline or her uncle. Maybe she's very close to the owner of the airline. And that's why I don't know why they find it difficult taking her out, even after people have been complaining. You know? And again, she has police number. She has police number. Maybe that's what is giving her that power. Pim. She don't call police just to deal with that girl. And people fell for it that she's the victim, not knowing that Comfort was even the victim. She was innocent until they triggered her. Action and reaction are equal and opposite. If you did not trigger her, she wouldn't have reacted. After all, this is not the first time Comfort is boarding any airline. So how comes nobody have heard her story? People could have said, oh, Comfort Emmanson is notoriously known for disobeying air hostess orders. She has done it 5 times. She has done it 10 times so far. But that means she has been obeying orders all these years that she has been flying. Because if you check her status, she has been flying for long, all her social media profile. She has been a traveler. So she has been obeying rules. So how comes this girl now pick her out, making it look like it's her first time of boarding? She doesn't know anything. And let me tell you, not everybody even know all the functions in their phone. That's the harsh reality. You can have a phone, but you might not know all the functions. It may take you time to understand it, especially when you bought that phone newly. So you never can tell if you bought it newly. You know? Or like you heard her say, she doesn't, the thing is faulty. So not everybody knows all the functions in their phone, what their phone have and what it doesn't have. So it's all right. The good thing is that she's now free, okay? So, and they should work on that air hostess girl. They should check her. I don't know whether she was once a cultist or she smokes something or drinks something. I don't know. They should always check them, whether they have something they take that triggers them to make them not see anybody at all. One day she will go touch big man Peking. That is when she will know that she might go collect her own turn. She's doing it now and it's sweetening her. But let her remember, every day for the thief, one day for the owner. Okay? Because if Comfort Emmanson was a lawbreaker, you would have been hearing her cases all the time. This airline banned her. She fought with this airline. She fought with that air hostess. She fought with that air hostess. But it's not so. So something happened. It's all right. Guys, tell me your thoughts in the comment section. I'm out of here. I am Chi. Bye-bye.